thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Today, you're watching this on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Monday, and I've had a very relaxing weekend. I really needed a relaxing weekend, and I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. Today, as you may know by the title and by the thumbnail, I am recording a look using the Emily Edits Neats palette. And I know it's all over YouTube, but I love the palette. And you know, I purchased both the Neats and the Wands, and I thought that I would start off with a look here. I have followed Emily Noel. I think she was one of the first YouTubers that I first subscribed to, and that was when she was expecting Belle and she had the melasma on her face. The first video that I watched, she was talking about covering up those dark areas, and I just fell in love with her. I thought she was over the top amazing, and I am so incredibly happy for her. And even though I'm not a big Makeup Revolution fan, or at least I haven't been before now, I am a big fan of Emily Noel, and I wanted to support her when her launch video, which I will leave linked below, when it launched, it was 11 o'clock, and I was in my classroom, so obviously I couldn't watch. At 11:30 was my lunch, and I went right to the Makeup Revolution website and I ordered my palettes without even looking. I mean, I glanced at it, but I just went ahead and placed my order because I was just so concerned of them running out and me not being able to get one. So I finally got my palettes in. It took a while. It took about a week. If those of you that follow me on Instagram know that I had a bit of a mishap with my Wands palette, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the Needs palette. Since I received it I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm recording this on Monday. I used it every single day because I wanted to try the different shadows and see what looked good with what. My last video, that's the shadows that I was wearing. I'm sure you've seen it, but here it is. This is the Needs palette, and it has a beautiful mirror. It's big. It's as big as the palette. And what Emily Noel did with this palette, she picked her favorites from the Makeup Revolution, from different ones. So she has two here from the neutral versus neutrals, and I'll just show it. It's these two right here. And then the other four mattes are from the Light and Shade palette, which they're gorgeous. And then the other shades, it's for your full face. So you have your powder, your blush, your bronzer, and your highlight. And they're all enclosed in this palette. The only thing I have on my face right now is my LANCôME foundation, and this is in 420 Bisque Neutral. I have some lip glow from Dior, and I have concealer, and this one is in vanilla. It's by NARS. That's all that I have on my face right now. So I'm very excited to show you. It's very easy to use this palette. The shades blend beautifully. I wasn't expecting to love the palette as much as I have. I have been using it at 5:30 in the morning when I go to school, and actually my biggest problem with Makeup Revolution was that the palettes that I had purchased, they didn't last out as long. I had purchased, and I did a comparison between the Shade and Light and the Light and Shade palette, and I thought the Light and Shade palette did exceptionally well, and those are, 4 of the shades here are from that palette. So what I'm going to do right now, and I love that she did this, she actually place the names right on the palette. So I'm going to start off with Peace because it's a little bit of a darker shade, and I'm going to start that off right on my crease. The brushes that I'm using today, this one specifically is from Zoeva. I'm using Zoeva, a couple of Morphes today, and I'm using Juvia's Place. If you have a darker complexion like I do, you can see that this shadow piece does not show up very well on me because of my darker skin tone. So what I'm going to do instead, I am going to use Courage, which is the bronzer in this palette, and that's the one that I'm going to use for my crease. And that shows up better. Now that I've had that little bit of darkness there, which is not very dark, as you can see, I'm going to take Honesty and I'm going to mix with a little bit of Faith. Is it? Faith. I'm going to mix a little bit of those two. And because I have hooded eyes, I am just going to bring that right over Courage and just blend it out. And that will give me that kind of a peachy look on there. And you know that I'm not a peachy girl, but this really has a pretty color to it. And I'm doing a very soft look. This is pretty much what I have been doing every day to go to school. I'm just going to add a little bit more of Honesty just to deepen it up a bit. I'm going to take a brush from Juvia's Place and I'm going to go in with Faith and Hope, and I'm going to mix them, just go back and forth. I love these shades. These are the same shades that I use. I'm almost certain when I did that comparison between the Shade and Light and the Light and Shade palette. And they worked out exceptionally well. And all I'm doing is deepening up that outer V, and I always start light because you could always add some more. And I'm just taking a bit of Hope, and I'll deepen that up a little bit more in just a bit. And I'm going to bring it in a bit towards the center, just to define the crease a bit more. But because of my hooded eyes, I really need to bring that darker shade a bit higher. So now I'm going to take a bit of Passion, and this is a definer brush by Juvia's Place. And that's what I'm going to use to deepen up that outer V. I know it looks a bit messy right now, but I'll clean it up. With the Pro Blending Brush, it's 007 from Juvia's Place. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend. I am just so impressed on how long they last. When I apply my eyeshadow, I said it was about 5:30 in the morning, 5:45. And I don't get home any earlier than 5 o'clock. And all of these days that I have been using this palette, I've come home and the shadows are there. Now I'm going to go back, now that it's blended a bit more, I'm going to go back in with Honesty just because I want to have that contrast. Now I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to go in with Love, and I'm going to add a bit of Gratitude to it to give it a bit of a sheen. Of course, if you prefer matte, just use Gratitude. Is that Gratitude? I'm sorry, use Love. And I'm just putting it in my inner third. And I do this more than anything because I want to open up my eyes because they're so hooded. I'm going to take a flat definer brush and I'm going to take Honesty, which is the same shade that I applied on my upper crease, and I'm just applying that a little bit in the inner portion. Cleaning off my brush and going back in with Passion and doing the outer portion of my eye and bringing it up a bit. And you may not have to do it this way. I do it this way because my eyes are so hooded, so I'm trying to lift them up a bit. I'm bringing that Passion in a little bit deeper. And now I'm going to blend some more. Now I'm going to take a clean shader brush. I'm going to do right underneath my brow. I'm going to take a Morphe 507, which is a pencil brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit in the inner corners I'm using Gratitude. I think that is the beauty from this palette. It really contains everything and then some that you would need. Now I'm going to take Courage and I'm going to bronze my face up a bit. I'm not doing any contouring or anything. I'm just adding a bit of color to my face. Now I'll go back with Joy, which is a beautiful, beautiful blush. And even on my darker complexion, you can still see it. I'll take a bit of Gratitude, add a little bit. Then it doesn't have any glitter, so I'm not concerned about it showing really bright on my face or anything like that, or accentuating any pores. Doesn't do that. All right, I'm going to add some mascara, put on some lipstick, and I'll be right back. I forgot I added my mascara, and as I'm adding my mascara, I realized that I didn't set my under eye, because it's not something that I do very often, but I've added some NARS in Vanilla, and I needed to set it a bit. And this one is in Kindness, and it's just a translucent powder. You could also use this if you want to eliminate some of the shine. Let me add the lipstick now. I'll be back. I really need to get used to a camera that turns off by itself. I'm not used to this. Anyway, as I was saying, you can start off with your morning look, your day look, and then go to your evening look with this palette. It's travel friendly and everything that you need is there. I absolutely love this palette. I'm so happy for Emily Noel and the palettes that she has put out. You really can't expect anything less from her. I know that she must have poured her heart and soul in here, and I am just very proud to have the palette and to be using it. And as you can see, the look, I know I have seen lots of fair-skinned ladies that have used the palette, but on my darker complexion it works just as well. So I'm very happy about that. I have one subscriber that asked me if I would do a look, since my skin tone and hers are very much the same. You know who you are. Thank you so much. Of course, as soon as I saw your comment, I said, yes, I'm going to do this. All right, thank you everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the look. Let me know down below if you have the palette, if you've tried it, if you plan to get it. You know I love to hear from you. Thank you all so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.